Yo everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a review as well as a demo of the brand new Huda Beauty Brown Liquid Matte Minis. So this is a set of 4 miniature liquid lipsticks, and these were released to coincide with the Brown Obsessions eyeshadow palettes, of which I have obviously done a review on and I'm obviously wearing on my eyes today. Now, for those of you that may not be aware, Huda Beauty's liquid lipsticks are, if I really think about it, definitely my favorite brand in terms of liquid lipsticks from the more higher end of the market. So obviously it's in the name, brown. So these are various different shades or types of brown that have been created to match the eyeshadow palettes, of which there are 3 altogether. So this retails at £29. So to start off with, the packaging itself has got this tortoise design in a plastic packaging to match the eyeshadow palettes, and inside you've got your 4 liquid lipsticks, and the liquid lipsticks themselves are exactly the same as the larger size in a frosted plastic container with a doe foot applicator inside. Very easy and simple to use. Now, out of these 4 liquid lipsticks, there is 1 permanent one and the other 3 are limited edition brand new ones, shades that have never been released. Huda, please, can you make these large size? I asked even last time and no one listened to me when they released the other 4 ones for the Haze palette, because their liquid lipsticks, there's been no new ones for years, ever since the brand actually released. They always come out with these limited edition ones, but you can only get them as a tiny size, and eventually they do run out. Personally, when it comes to these 4, every single one of these I would say is absolutely excellent, would work well on all skin tones, whether you're fair, medium or deep, and they perform beautifully and amazingly as I would have expected from Huda Beauty's liquid lipsticks. So let me just quickly read to you from Feel Unique's website what their claims are and whether I agree with them, even though I've already said I give these a 10 if I haven't said it already. They're excellent, and let's just see what they say anyway. So it says, coat your lips with a liquid matte mini size set of rich browns made to perfectly match the Brown Obsessions eyeshadow palettes from candy inspired hues of creamy caramel and rich chocolate, sweet cinnamon. Create the ultimate palette that will literally last all day. Perfect for on the go, these 4 lipsticks are ultra comfortable, cushiony on the lips, and will feel like you're wearing nothing at all. Have you ever found yourself searching for a smudge proof, transfer proof lippy that's also mask proof? Yes. Look no further. This 8-hour wear formula has an intense colour payoff that dries down to a suede matte finish. We all know that tortoiseshell is a boss, I hate that word, wardrobe staple. Maybe it's because I'm British, I hate that word. Which is why Huda knew she had to recreate these decadent shades into luscious lipsticks. True to her values, they've all been made with love, a unique blend of lycopene, I don't know what that is, olive oil, vitamins and essential fatty acids. These antioxidant ingredients work together to bring a buttery, barely there feel to the lips while packing a pigment punch that lasts all day. I agree with every single one of those claims. Comfortable, dries down to an intense suede matte finish. 8 hours it says. I find that they work upwards of 12 hours without even moving, maybe slightly fading by the time it gets to the end of the day, but the lipstick itself is still there and looks fresh and brand new. Ultra comfortable, yep. Cushiony on the lips, yep. Feel like you're wearing nothing at all, exactly, and that is the reason why I love these so much. Transfer proof, okay, so I've had this on my lips for a little while. Nothing. I had to quickly check in case I shame myself on YouTube. Nothing there. Yep, no, nothing there. Transfer proof, see what I mean? And this is 1 coat. A buttery, barely there feel to the lips while packing a pigment punch that lasts all day. Completely 110%. I agree with all of their claims. Now, in terms of the way that the texture is of these lipsticks, is that they're not too thick and they're not too thin. However, I've noticed some slight changes with 1 or 2 of these, but that might just be down to the actual individual colour itself. I find that the darker the shade, the thicker it is, the lighter it is, the more watery it is, and that does not interfere with the way that these perform, by the way. And because of the fact that they're not too thick and they're not too thin, it means that you can get a nice even amount of colour, a decent amount of pigment, and it means that your lips look 3D, fabulous. They feel comfortable, they're non-drying. I hate liquid lipsticks that are so drying on the lips, for example, like Anastasia Beverly Hills. It feels like your lips are being suffocated. I can move my mouth properly and it doesn't feel like anything's being interfered with, and I find that they work well with no matter what you eat. Yes, of course, if you you eat something oily, it may transfer, so be careful, it might move around. It does not rub off on face coverings, on face masks, that sort of thing, and it literally lasts up until you want it to last. Now the deeper the color, obviously the longer it will last on the lips, and the lighter color it may tend to fade from the inside outwards depending on how much you've eaten and drunk throughout the day. And in order to remove them, you just need to use something oil-based, like an oil-based balm cleanser, oil cleanser, Vaseline will even do. When I did my lip swatches in today's video, I used Vaseline just to wipe it all off, and it comes off beautifully and evenly. I like the way that they sit on the lips, that it doesn't settle within the lines of my lips, and all of these colors are deep and rich enough so that it doesn't leave that very kind of weird look on the lips where it settles within the lines and it makes your lips look aged. My lips look plump, they feel great, they look beautiful, and I'm happy with every single one of these shades. Now, like I said, out of all of these, only one of these is a permanent shade, and that is the shade Trendsetter. Trendsetter is your perfect brown girl nude. I absolutely love this lipstick. It was actually you guys that told me to get it because I never owned it for some weird reason, and as soon as you guys told me to get it, that was it. I bought it and I fell in love with it. It is a beautiful caramel brown shade and it looks amazing on the lips. It definitely gives your lips that my lips but better, depending obviously on your skin tone. It is the perfect nudie brown color for brown girls, especially if you want to wear something that is more kind of everyday wearable, work friendly, school, college kind of friendly. You don't want something too out there, but you still want something on your lips. This is that perfect kind of color. It's not too nude to make yourself look like you've got a concealer kind of mouth. It's definitely nude enough with a touch of brown in it to make it look very wearable and perfect for brown skin tones. Overall, this is an excellent shade and you will absolutely love it. Next shade is called Alpha Femme, which is totally me. I'm an Alpha Femme. I'm a self-proclaimed Alpha Femme. This is described as a cold latte brown. Now, whereas the Trendsetter shade is more of a warmer shade, this is like Trendsetter but cooler. They're on the same kind of spectrum in terms of depth, and you will notice that if you're going for something more of like a cooler toned look, this will work well on those days when you don't want to go for a warm tone look and you're going for a more cool toned brown sort of look. It's a beautiful color. I do find the texture of this a little bit runny, but not so much that it kind of moves around and still doesn't give that amount of pigment that you want. I think it looks absolutely lovely and it performs beautifully. Next shade, and this is the deepest shade of the lot, is called Her Majesty. Now this is described as a deep chocolate brown, and that's exactly what it is. It is gorgeous, it is deep, it is rich, it is intense, and again will go well with all skin tones. Now I did notice with this one the texture is slightly more creamy and a little bit more thick than the other three, but again that has something to do with the actual pigment itself. I find that colors that are a lot more deeper with Huda Beauty have got a slightly thicker consistency. However, I do not find that that interferes with the way that it performs. It still sits on the lips beautifully. It looks absolutely stunning. The one thing I would say with this one is because it is very deep, it is one of those ones where from the center of your mouth you may notice some slight fading throughout the day if you've been eating and drinking. All you need to do is touch it up a little bit and it will be perfectly fine and look fresh all over again. And now the final shade, which is actually the one that I'm wearing right now, and that's the reason why I'm showing it last, is called On Top, and this is described as a pink cinnamon brown, and that is again a perfect description of this shade. It's absolutely gorgeous because of the fact that I'm wearing kind of like orangey browny golden kind of tones on my lips. I felt that this one, which had a slight more of an orangey tinge to it, because obviously it's a cinnamon brown, it worked beautifully and it looks absolutely stunning, amazing. The quality of this is excellent. The way that it performs is excellent. I have to say out of all four of them, if I really had to pick a favorite, it would be this one. It is like the perfect in-between shade of it not being too dark and it not being too light as well. And again, it would work well against all skin tones. It looks absolutely stunning and I'm very, very happy with it. So for those of you out there that are still kind of new to makeup or maybe still new to Huda Beauty and don't want to invest in the full price of these, which by the way is totally worth it because I've got Huda Beauty liquid lipsticks from when they first launched like 3 years ago, I want to say maybe 4. They still haven't gone off. They last a really, really long time and they last a lot longer than the 12 months that it says on the box in terms of its expiry date. I find that they last years. But for those of you, like I said, who are unsure about what they're like, how they perform, and maybe want to try a couple of different colors, you will definitely love these. I am really, really happy with these. I think that they look gorgeous. I think they're great for the kind of spring kind of months. If you want to kind of go anti-pastel and anti-bright colors. You can still go down that kind of caramel brown toned route. So many of us brown girls love to go down. It's our comfort blanket, this shade is. When it comes to brown girls, when in doubt, we go down the brown route. And that's the one that is always comfortable for us because it's one that we know that will always work well against our skin tone. So that's it for my review of the brown liquid matte minis by Huda Beauty. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, make sure you subscribe to my channel. If you've got any comments or questions about these liquid lipsticks, feel free to ask me below. Other than that, I hope you guys are wonderful, amazing, great, fabulous, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.